Have you ever had a moment where everything looked good on the outside, but something felt off on the inside? Like life is working, things are going well, but deep down, you still feel empty and you can't really explain why. This is one of the biggest struggles in our culture today because you've been told if you get enough, if you do enough, if you achieve enough, you'll finally feel fulfilled. But a lot of people are discovering something and they're discovering that it's not working. Ecclesiastes 3:11 says he, meaning God, has set eternity in the human heart. That means that there is something inside of you and inside of me that this world can't fully satisfy. You can have success and still feel empty. There's a lie that culture sells, and it's this: if you just get there, you'll feel better. If you have more money, if you have more success, more recognition, more clicks, more views, more followers. But guess what? People get there and they still feel empty. I remember a season in my life where, if I'm being honest, everything looked good on the outside. Ministry was moving, opportunities was there, life was full, but internally something just felt off. I wasn't broken. There was nothing falling apart. It was just empty. And I remember thinking, why do I feel like this when everything is going right? And what I realized was this: I was doing a lot for God, but I wasn't spending time with God. I was busy, I was productive, but I wasn't connected. And that disconnect created an emptiness I couldn't fix by doing more. And maybe that's where you find yourself right now. Distraction is masquerading as fulfillment. We stay busy to avoid what we're feeling. We're scrolling on our phones and tablets, and maybe working more hours or entertaining ourselves. Because silence exposes emptiness. So we fill our lives with noise, and to avoid what's missing. Distraction can look like fulfillment, but it never satisfies. So, what is actually missing? You were created for more than this world. Let me say it again. You were created for more than this world. That emptiness you feel, it's not a flaw, it's a signal. It's reminding you were made for something more, something deeper, something eternal, something real. And that something is a relationship with God. And here's where everything shifts. Fulfillment is found in connection, not achievement. You don't fix emptiness by doing more. You fix it by connecting more, spending time with God, being real with Him, letting Him fill what nothing else can. What you're trying to fill with success can only be filled by God. It's like drinking salt water. The more you consume, the thirstier you get. That's what chasing fulfillment outside of God feels like. So let me ask you, where are you trying to fill a space that only God can fill? And what would it look like this week to slow down, get quiet, and actually connect with Him? That feeling you have, it's not emptiness for no reason. It's an invitation. You're not empty. You're just trying to be filled by the wrong things. Now, if this has spoken to you, I would just encourage you, like, follow, and share this with somebody that may be going through this kind of season right now. And I'd love to hear from you as well. Where have you been searching for fulfillment? Why don't you drop it in the comments and let's have a conversation. I would love to join you in prayer, and let's get connected with God this week. Love you, praying for you, and thank you for joining me on this journey of living life with unhindered faith. I'll see you next week.